Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. My name is miahtheking, and I lost my mood ring, and now I don't know how to feel about it. Today we're taking a look at a game just released earlier today on Steam called BrewPub Simulator, developed by Star Drifters and published by Movie Games SA and Surefire Games. Released not in early access and selling for $18 American. And what is this game? Well, it's basically a game where you open up your own bar. Your grandfather comes from a long line of brewers, and they make a joke about it being kind of like Assassin's Creed, and he leaves you a bar in his will or something, so you decide to go and pick it up and start remodeling it and opening it and running your own bar, and that's pretty much all there is to the story. So as always, let's go into the good and the bad, followed by my final thoughts. Don't want to waste anybody's time today. So up first for the good is the sounds and musics. This game does have voice acting in it, and it's not bad, to be honest. The main character that is voicing who you're playing as seems to be doing a pretty good job. The grandfather could probably put in a little bit more effort, but still, not bad. The other sounds are accurate and sound good on the ears. The clinking of the mugs and the filling of the mugs, the washing of the dishes, stuff like that sounds really good. The music is pleasant as background music and about what you'd expect for a bar, so yeah, overall everything just sounds pretty good. The next positive I have is the graphics. Now, while it might not be the most beautiful game I've ever looked at, the game does have some good attention to detail and some good contrast and decent lighting. Now, in some areas it's not perfect. I mean, I found this big black truck down the street, and that sucker was pretty much just a big block of black and nothing else. But for the most part, in the rest of the game, it does look decent enough to deserve a pass, so I'm not going to hold that against it just because it's one minor thing that you're not even supposed to go look at in the game. Next up for the positives I have here is the stability and the price. The game is pretty stable. I only ran into one bug while playing the game, and that's when one of my mugs that I was cleaning and accidentally left in the sink, and it just kind of got stuck there, and now I'm unable to get it out, and it has just become a permanent fixture in my bar. I should go ahead and give it a name and talk to it, because it's just going to always be there. But other than that, I didn't notice any frame rate drops or game-breaking glitches or anything like that really, like it never crashed on me, you know, stuff like that. As for the price, considering all that's here included in the gameplay, along with the voice acting and the overall time you're going to be spending playing this game, I'd have to say that the price is incredibly appropriate. I mean, it's a great price for everything included here. It's totally worth like $20, $25, and it's only selling for $18. So that's great, and I love to see that. So that's a big thing. The next positive that I have here is the gameplay. It has a pretty interesting gameplay loop that's bound to get you addicted to its style. I mean, my allotted gameplay time before having to do this video was up before I knew it because I had just completely lost track of time while I was playing, and that's always a good sign. If a game can pull you in that you lose track of time, it's doing something right. You can customize the name and logo of your bar, customize the walls, buy different furniture, serve beer in different types of mugs or cups that you can choose. You can also create and customize your own types of beer or lager or whatever else you want, right down to choosing its price and its individual logo wrapping. Hell, you can even dye your beer in a specific color that you might want and name each creation whatever you want. Honestly, I was really enjoying the gameplay and its repetitive nature. It's like a lot of these simulator games designed to be addictive and to get you to play it forever, and it gives you a lot of customization options, but not too much to overwhelm you. So it was a really good balance that I really enjoyed. Alright, so that's all I got to say about the positives of this game. Other than that, it allows you to make adjustments to your settings, as you'd expect, but I'd like to put that in here because, you know, some games don't, and, you know, some developers don't think that they need to put a lot of stuff in there, but I know that players can, there are players and viewers out there who like to appreciate that games do have these kinds of things, you know, resolution settings and bloom effects and stuff like that, and this game has those, so that's a good thing. I guess another thing I could mention is that it doesn't really have a lot of replayability, because once you do play it, there's no big choices or anything, so it's basically going to be the same thing over and over again. The only difference here would be that you can choose how your bar is looking, you know, you can change how it looks, you can change the names of your beers and the looks of your beers, but otherwise it's pretty much going to be the same thing over and over again, so I guess technically it could be replayable if you don't mind that kind of thing every few years coming back and playing it because it's good, but otherwise, like in terms of basic replayability, it doesn't really have it. Okay, so now we got to go on to the negatives, but before that, did you know this awful paradox on Steam? What about my same-day reviews? What are these? Well, that's simple. I'll tell you right now. A same-day review is as it sounds. You make a request for a game you'd like me to review in the comments sections of pretty much any of my videos, because I pay attention to that stuff, or at least I try to. And on that same day that I get that comment, I'm going to buy that game, and I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to post a video on YouTube. Crazy, right? That same day. Unless I already put out a video that day. Then it'll be the following day, because, you know, I mean, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I got to take care of kids, and it's summer vacation, and I don't have all day, and it's a lot of work to put out these videos as well. So, you know, just be patient. Oh, and that paradox? Well, turns out on YouTube, videos only get more views if they're already getting views. So the only way for my channel to grow and get more popular is for it to already be popular. So if you really truly want to help my channel grow, then you got to share my videos online and spread the word yourself to get me more views, because YouTube isn't going to help me grow. It's an awful paradox. You get viewed if you already have views. So small channels like mine have a very big uphill battle that we have to climb, especially with such a saturated market. So what I really need, if you really want to support me, is I just need everything. I need you to subscribe, to like, leave a comment, and share the video and tell other people about the video. It's the only way I'm going to grow, and the only way I can get myself to grow is by asking people for help. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, enough of that. Now I got to go on to the negatives, and I don't really have a whole lot of negatives here. I'm literally looking at my script, and I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what I can say that I might not have written down. I guess the only real negative I have is the random minor bugs that you run into and the tutorial. And, well, we already talked about the bugs briefly, so I guess I'll talk about the tutorial. It's okay. I mean, it's not the best, and that's the worst I can say about it. It's okay. I mean, until I ran into a really stupid problem that I would either like some advice about or a fix in the game, because I'm stuck on a mission where the game wants me to make 9 liters of sweet beer, I think. Anyway, hard to tell with the crappy quest and how it's structured and how it's presented. Anyway, it's like the second quest you get from the mayor, and I've got 0 ingredients that make my beer sweet. I've tried several different concoctions, but each one is only 1-star quality, and mine needs to be at least 3-star quality for the quest. So it needs to be sweet and 3 stars. And when I try new ingredients to make it sweet, or what I think is sweet, such as tropical flavor or strawberry flavor, it's only 1 star and won't work. So because of the awful wording and guidance system here, I'm completely stuck. And it's the main reason why I realized my time for recording was up and finally wrote this script. I was irritated. What do I do? How do I do it? And the game should be telling me this. It's not a puzzle game. Like, give me something. If you had given me a sweet ingredient, then it would have been like, oh, okay, obviously I gotta use that one. But you didn't, so what am I supposed to do? I don't know, and that's your fault, game, not mine. So, hey, if anybody knows what I'm supposed to do, please let me know, because that'd be great. The game doesn't help me at all in that regard. So I guess guidance, maybe? It doesn't tell you how to unlock certain things. I'm thinking that you need to unlock them as you progress through the quests, because I got a lot of tabs in my tablet that are just grayed out and I can't access, so I'm thinking maybe I gotta unlock things as I progress until I get stuck on this stupid quest and don't know how to progress because the game's not telling me. So yeah, guidance. The game has very little guidance, and that can get really frustrating if you don't know what you're doing or if you're new to the game like me. And that's it. Those are the only real negatives that I can see with this game, and they're not even that big of a deal. I suppose another negative of this game is that it can get boring from time to time when you're just sitting there filling beer mugs for customers with nothing else to do, but it's fleeting, and not really as big of a deal as I'd normally be irritated about because it passes very quickly. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else bad to say about this game. It has its own charm and even made me chuckle a couple of times with their voice acting and with the dialogue. Definitely had me smiling. Overall, I think this is a very pleasant little game at a very affordable price, and if this kind of genre is to your liking, then this is a great buy. I mean, if you don't normally like this kind of stuff, then yeah, pass on it, because it's just like the others. But if you are into this kind of stuff and you were looking for another one, this is a safe purchase. It's a good game, it's a fun game, and it's a well-priced game. And if I could figure out the trick to this quest, I might come back to this game. But either way, that's all the time I got for this video, everybody. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks to everybody for deciding to check out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all again on my next adventure. And until then, I bid you all farewell.